Welcome back to Footy First here on TSN 1050. Nick McVicker, Nico Giant Softless, along with York United center back Taz Murdakudis. And joining us on the phone now, one of the new signings in the CPL. Well, I guess recent signings, not new, because he's been around the league for a few years. Atletico Ottawa's new signing, Noah Verhoeven, joins us. Noah, how's it going, man?
Yeah, it's going well. Can't complain. I'm happy to be on the show this morning.
So you've been around the league. You've played at Pacific, at York, and now Ottawa. What was it like kind of going through the free agency process and signing with the team that won the regular season last year in Ottawa?
Yeah, I mean, the offseason is always interesting to see moves and where people land. I think when you're a free agent, it's, kind of weighing up certain, pros and cons at different clubs. But I think this year, once I found out I was going to be, leaving York, I think it was clear for me. Like you said, they won the regular season. I saw, how they went from worst to first is what they were calling it, from last to first. And so I think for me it was an easy decision. It was quite clear the club I wanted to go to. And, yeah, I'm glad how everything's worked out so far.
Break down the timeline for us. How did it all work? When did you figure out you weren't coming back to York? And then how quick was it that you knew you were going to be signing with Ottawa?
Yeah, that's the thing about, I think, football in general. Like, people don't realize maybe how quick things happen. So I figured out sometime around December that I wasn't going to be coming back to York for the season. And then, within the next couple of weeks, I got a call and things kind of got sorted out with Ottawa. And yeah, like I said, on my end, as soon as I got the call, I knew that was the opportunity for me, and I knew that was the right, the right place to go from the start. So yeah, things happened really quick.
No, it's Task Buddy. What's happening?
Yeah, how are you?
Good, bro. It's good to hear from you. I wanted to ask you some serious questions. Haircut soon come. What's the deal? Are we getting rid of the ponytail?
Oh, I think right now I'm keeping the man bun.
Keeping
it. I'm open to, it might be a thing. Maybe after Madrid, come back, see where we're at.
Yeah, a little tan in Madrid. Yeah,
I think I'm keeping it for now.
You going to be borrowing Nate's hair ties or what?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully you can spare me some. But yeah, I think last year I got a couple from Mo, so this year I'll get some from Nate.
If Mo gave me anything, I'd keep using it. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows what powers it would give me?
Score a hat trick that
magic touch. Yeah.
No, I want to get into a little bit more serious conversation.
Oh, sorry,
but
Nick.
It's all good. No,
Nick, my bad, bro. Just say it.
No, I love that. I was going to get into that. Well, I have a question at the end that he's going to laugh at too. Don't worry. But you're with your third CPL club. You've seen a great portion of the league, obviously going from Pacific to York and now to Ottawa. What are some of the subtle differences that you've noticed between the clubs? Anything that has really surprised you from the clubs that you've been on?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think having experienced 3 clubs now, I think housing is of course going to be a difference. I think just the way clubs operate day to day is very different. Staff, things like that. But I think for the most part, all the clubs I've been at, to be honest, we've strived for big things. I mean, at York last year, we got in, we knew we had a good squad and could fight for a title, and things didn't pan out with injuries and that, but same thing at Pacific. We knew we were young, but wanted to fight for the title. I think most squads, it's quite similar in terms of, what the mentality, everybody wants to find a culture, wants to have, players with a good mentality. So I think as far as that goes, if you have the mentality and, you're willing to work, stuff like that, I think you fit in at most places.
What about structurally, how Ottawa is? I've spoken to a few people now that have either played at the club, even worked at the club, and they always talk about how, no expense is too much. They try to really take care of the players, and the professional atmosphere they create there is second to none. Do you feel that now that you're there for, about a week?
Yeah, already in the short time I've been here, I noticed how professional it is right from the jump. I think, like the club is blessed to have, Atletico as owners. It's a crazy opportunity, but I think I noticed it right away how professional it is. And, like I said, there's a lot of staff. Everybody's on the same page. Everybody's involved. The way they do things is very thoughtful. Every move they make, whether it's, bringing a player or, just day to day having meals ready, stuff like that. Everything is very thought out, very thoughtful. So I think, like I said, blessed to have that Atletico connection. But it's been very professional so far.
You said opportunities there, and obviously this offseason, Nate and Ollie Bassett had the opportunity to go train with Liga MX side. As well, the center back there also got a chance to go to Inter Miami's preseason. When you see that and you're a free agent at this point, is that something that draws you to go to a club like that? You see that the players in their system are getting these incredible opportunities, and then you as a free agent, you're like, okay, maybe if I could fit in that system, do well, and then those kind of opportunities will present itself to you?
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely a big appeal to, like you said, a free agent. I think seeing Ollie and Nate go there, as well as Diego, I think it shows the connections that Atletico has, and kind of how their relationships work within the club. And I think that's big for any player, whether a player was here last year, maybe looking to get that opportunity this year, or a guy like me coming in looking to prove myself and get that opportunity as well. So I think it shows the connection. It's massive that it's happened, and I think the league probably needs some more connections like that, because again, I think that's the next step to kind of getting players ready and selling them from this league.
Yeah, no, that's one of the real positives you look at as a York player. You kind of look at the rest of the league. We even spoke last year together. You look at Ottawa and their professionalism and the quality they can bring through, and the potential opportunity there can only be beneficial for you. So I'm proud of you, mate, and I'm looking forward to seeing you this season. Not looking forward to versing you too much quality there, but we'll do our best. But bro, like in saying that, it's I'm sure you're looking forward to the season, and obviously playing with the midfield like Sissoko and Ollie as well. And I think after York, that has to be probably the best midfield in the league. Looking at it.
Yeah, I think
after York
again. Yeah,
because we drastically improved our left-footed midfielder when we got rid of you.
That's funny. Yeah, no, Jeremy's a massive player. I think like Baldy coming in, Elijah, it'll be big. Like obviously we all know what Mo can do. Like that's no secret. But yeah, I think coming here, I'm with the MVP, so I'm happy. I can't complain about that.
Jeez. MVP shout out there. I got a question for you, Noah. How is your role growing in the league? I mean, you've been here in the league, I'm saying, and from this jump. Now you're 5 years older from when you first started in the league. Do you take on a more of a leadership role? You have tons of experience in this league. What's it like now?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like you said, I'm getting older. I'm an experienced player at this point.
Yeah.
I've been in the league 5 years, so I think for myself, I'm growing in my own game, and that's something every player will do throughout their career. But I think definitely more of a leadership role, or what that looks like within the club. I'm not sure, but I think definitely I've noticed that with the experience. There's a lot of young players coming in now. I mean, we have they introduced like the U21 rule, so of course there's always going to be young players in, and I think being a young player in the league myself earlier on in my career, I realized there's tough times and there's ups and downs, stuff like that. So I think definitely being in the league for so long and seeing those ups and downs and knowing what it's like, I can now help those players.
Love it. In conversation with Noah Verhoeven, Atletico Ottawa's newest signing. And Noah, before we let you go, I got a couple quick questions for you. A little bit more lighthearted than what I was asking before. But first, are you happy that you are returning to the commentator's curse duo of you and Zach with the same last name to confuse every commentator ever?
Yeah, it's hilarious. Everybody, I mean, it's nice. I saw some tweets and, people bringing it up. Verhoeven reunited and, the commentators are going to struggle, this and that. Somebody put a tweet where it was like Thanos collecting the stones and it was like Verhoeven. So I thought that was funny. But
the Spider-Man meme as well.
Yeah, the Spider-Man one as well, of course. But yeah, I think for me, it doesn't bother me too much. It's been something our whole life. We actually grew up together.
Yeah.
So we've been around it a lot. So it's not that big a deal, but it's fun.
If commentators get you two mixed up on the field, I don't know. We got a blind guy on the field commentating.
Yeah. I think by looks, then it's it's bad. But if you're, mixing up the pronunciation, then I can understand.
Yeah. And then last, before we let you go, Taz has taken over as Nico's roommate this year. Any advice you can give to him to help him get through this tough time?
This should be good.
No, I actually think Nico's one of my top roommates. I'm not even gonna lie. I think Nico's got he's got a big variety of music. He's a good DJ. I think he gives you your privacy, which is always nice, and I can't complain to him. It's nice having Howie in the apartment as well.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Well, hey.
You got a fuzzy friend.
Nico, you're getting glowing recommendations so far today.
Did you expect anything less?
A little bit.
I'd give a good review.
Yeah. E-transfer's coming your way, Noah. Appreciate that. Last question, actually. If you score against us, are you celebrating?
That's always a weird one, isn't it? Especially in the league. The league's still a bit new, so there's no, massive rivalries. Again, there is little ones, but, nothing's, massive yet. So do you celebrate? I don't know. I guess we've seen both, so I haven't really decided yet. But
you're not throwing your hands up in the air and apologizing, are you? Giving it all that?
No,
my bad, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Club legend status.
Never be my bad, put your hands up that, but maybe just
a fist pump.
No reaction.
Yeah.
No reaction might be cold as well.
Oh, yeah, that's cold. That's actually a cold solo anyway.
The way your career's going, you're not going to be able to celebrate against anyone. 5 clubs in 7 years for you.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like I said, I've played Pacific and New York now. Do I just not do anything against either club? So.
This guy's taking off his shirt and studying the corner flag at York Lions Stadium when he scores.
Knee slide on the turf.
It would be better if he scored on you, Nico, and then just turned and just started clapping at you, just to really rub it in.
I would love that.
Give him a little stare down, too.
I'd grab his face and I'd kiss him on the forehead.
I don't believe that for a second. I think you're too competitive for that.
Wait and see.
Noah, we really do appreciate you joining us this morning. Good luck the rest of the season.
Yeah, happy to be on. Thank you.
That's Noah Verhoeven, Atletico Ottawa's newest signing. We're going to take another break, guys. On the other side, there's some John Herdman controversy that we got to get into, and we'll get into a little bit more CPL talk. All that and more here on Footy First.